You can't make a lifestyle decision to sit on your backside at home watching telly whilst other people are going to work to pay your benefits. We have to have that discussion and say, if you can work, you should work.
So this typical soundbite from Reform windbag Richard Tice of course prompted a discussion on the Jeremy Vine show about putting the economically inactive into care homes to work for their benefit. First though, we'll hear from a caller, Naomi, that leads on to Carole Malone, who begins to talk a load of crap on the subject, but I'll explain why in a moment.
Naomi in London, tell us about that.
I certainly disagree. We often hear about the elderly being abused by their carers, and if people were forced to work as a carer, they could abuse the elderly. There are also those who are on benefits for a variety of different reasons, like mental health, who have disabilities, who definitely shouldn't be in charge of the elderly and wouldn't be able to lift either another person or the heavy equipment.
Well, somebody with anxiety has as much muscle strength as anyone else.
We have 9 million people in this country who are currently economically inactive, that's what it's called. Just be generous and say a quarter of those people can't work. You still have 7 million people who are sitting at home claiming benefits every day. Why shouldn't they be trained up? They have no right to sit at home all day. They've done nothing to deserve those benefits. They should be trained up to work, whether it be social care or somewhere else in the city.
OK, so Carole Malone is making out that a large majority of those economically inactive are all on benefits. She's excluded 2 million out of the 9. Well, let me correct her. Generally, out of those 9 million, 25.9% are students and 14.6% have retired early. So that already makes up over 40%, which is over 3.5 million. We have another 17.1% at home, usually doing care work. So now we're up to 57.6%, which equals 5.2 million of those people either studying, living off their own pensions or caring for others. I can't speak for the 10% labelled other, and we have the short-term sick and discouraged, which only equals 3%. So now, when we're talking about people receiving benefits, we're really looking at the long-term sick, which is around 2.6 million people. So to sum up, Carole Malone is crafting a narrative that around 7 million people are lazy benefit grifters, and she's doing this out of information she's falsely regurgitating. Click here for a rotten bunch of reform counsellors.